gonna be a thing. Where do I put that? Trailer's full. It's all full, man. It's all full. Game over, man. Game over. Ah, quiet. Worked out pretty well. Oh, those are removable as well. And you get stone out of it, of course, because what else would you get? Which is, of course, the material, so over here to this bin, which still has a little bit of room in it, surprisingly. Get the trailer out of the way. This trailer is pretty much full up. Bed of the truck here. We've got nails. I don't think we have any room for planks, but we'll have to do some swapping back and forth. Truck is going to become our workspace for holding planks and nails as we do this job. Looks pretty good. I don't think we're carrying around a wood saw anymore. Imagine that. Let's see if we can fix that. Other side, Ace. We are going to use that saw right up, I think. If you know how to do that, it's going to be like this. Boom. That's the way to do it. No, apparently that isn't going to be it, because it's going to take you to clean bandage. That's weird. Why wouldn't it take you to this? Building walls by flashlight, and it's probably time to go inside. The garage door we're going to build is going to be 4 wide. This is a 3 wide road, so we have to decide whether we cheat on this side or this side. think here we're going to be on that fence line. Because that is going to cut right into the middle of the container. So it's going to have to be the fence line. Means at the end of the warehouse is going to be right here. That would be 3 deep. Or 4 deep. I like 3 deep. Silly to build by flashlight. Let's just go up and read our book and call it a night. Come back tomorrow morning and keep going. What the heck was that noise? I think we just lost power. Yep, that was the power getting shut off. Okay, time to see just how much generator we end up, fuel we end up using up every day. It's not going to be pretty. Oh, all the power, all the fish down in the dock house. Yeah, we're gonna have to go grab that because this is not gonna reach there. %, condition 100. Built-in fridge, guest freezers, chrome fridge, lights, plain fridge, popsicle freezer, white fridge, gas power tank. 1.17 liters per hour. I think it's got 10 liters in it. So yeah, we've got 5 hours of electricity. If my quick math is correct. Grab one more plank and get this one out of our inventory. Actually, let's just put it in the back of the truck because we need to start moving all that fish up from the dock house. So those freezers are all shut off now. Oh yeah, there's no room in that either. Let's drop the stuff right here. Drop it on the log. Only a plank, rather. Alright, we've got 9 in the pack, 10 in inventory. Let's go empty out the freezers. Bring all that stuff up here and put it all in these freezers, and hopefully it all fits. So we're not going to run a separate generator just for the dock house right now. That's going to be too much. We're going to burn through, if we're burning through 10 liters of fuel every, it's going to be 20, it's going to be 2 tanks of gas a day, at least. Yeah, these don't say frozen anymore already. Let's just go ahead and eat these right now, shall we? So we just lost power. And now we get to see just how bad this place is on generators. Right off the bat, looks like it's going to be pretty bad. Hey, Joe. So happy that we started doing fishing and had so much fish in freezers. Yeah. That one's empty. That one's empty. Just leaves us this one. Feeling better about our chances now of getting it all into freezers up there in the main house. But we're going to need to consolidate those freezers and just get rid of anything we don't absolutely need in refrigeration, because we're using that much gas. A tank wouldn't even last us a night. Freezer's got a little bit of room, maybe. Enough for that. Freezer's got room. So the next thing we need to do is look at the total freezer space per square, per game square, and look for efficiencies so we use the most efficient use of space we can with freezers. Got 22.8, which is 2 4s, so we can get at least these two in here. What are you doing today, Joe? All right, 35 of 39, 34 of 39, 31 of 39, 38, 39. Room here. Here we go. All the freezers are filled up here. All the fish is moved. Let's go take a look at the generator and see if the freezers use different amounts of electricity. Popsicle freezers look space efficient, using 0.16. I think that this is a cumulative total here, so that means a chest freezer, a popsicle freezer rather, is using 0.08. You're getting for 0.08 power, for 0.08 gas, you're getting 2 freezer spaces at $39. Popsicle, I'm reading this right, it's giving us 0.04. 0.08 per popsicle freezer. Oh, it's times 2 because it's 2 pieces. We don't have 2 freezers, we just have 2 pieces. So it's 0.08 per side. 0.08 for 39 capacity. Plain fridge. I'm going to say is that one. It's giving us 0.13 for 26. But it also gives us fridge space, but honestly I care just mostly about freezer at this point. A chrome fridge. Looks like it's exactly the same number. And that's 26 as well. So chrome and fridges in general. 0.13 for 26. And the chest freezers. using 0.04 divided by 5, so that's going to be 0.08, same as the popsicle freezer. That's 0.08 for 39. So the chest freezers and the popsicle freezers are giving us 0.08 liters per hour for 39 freezer space. No surprise that those are identical. Game balance and all. Even though this would be, I think, oh, actually I don't know which one would be more efficient. This is a commercial unit, so probably that, because business owners are going to want efficiency. Good question. So anyways, 0.08 for 39, or 0.13 for 26. I say we get rid of the fridges, and we go with all chest freezers. We've got 2 more here in the gutting room, if you will. Those are both empty, so let's go ahead and empty out the fridges on the other side of the wall. Move everything over to the chest freezers. We can turn those 2 refrigerators off. And I've got a mod that lets us unplug appliances, so let's actually pull this information back up here and see if it updates in real time. It does. All right. We're already at 94% fuel. We were at 99 when I filled it up. And we're already down to 94. Let's go put this stuff in the chest freezer. Let's go up to the kitchen and see if we can get everything out of that built-in fridge, that little mini fridge. Put that off. Slice these up. Beautiful. Slice up the heads real quick. Built-in fridge has stew and a fish fillet in it. Or seltzer water, which we really don't need to refrigerate, so we're just being silly there. The freezer's empty. Alright, let's go ahead and turn that off. That's going to be the built-in fridge counter, so that's going to be another 0.13 we get rid of. This fridge, however, I think is close to capacity. Go ahead and put the stew in there. Fillet if we can. Nope. Fish fillet is huge. 15. Jeez. Alright. It's not going to go in that freezer, so that's going to have to go downstairs in the other freezer. Oops. That worked, I guess. you doing, Joe? Say hi and then hit and run. Let's put this stuff in the freezer. This freezer's completely available. This freezer is got 12 available, not quite enough for that fish fillet. 127 hunger on that. And you know what? Our calories are at 0. So let's go ahead and eat half of that. I don't think this is a whole, though. I think this is a 3/4. So I think we're eating essentially 2/3 of what's there. Yeah, look at that. Boy, a lot of calories in the fish. Which gets that down to still 15, even though we've now eaten it. Not lose encumbrance as we eat it. Would be unfortunate. My stomach disagrees. All right. There we go. Now we're down to 0.78 meters per hour. Lights times 35. Oh my god, 35 lights. 0.07. We turn off every single light. We pick up 0.07. If we turn off half of them, we only pick up 0.035 on 0.78, 0.035. So that would be 0.6, 0.75, something like that. It's hardly a change. So lights are pretty efficient. I'm not going to worry too much about lighting, although I can see coming around here and probably shutting off the outside lights because, yeah. I'm going to do that expressly. I'm just going to start shutting off lights as I go past them and think, yeah, we don't need this light on. We'll pare that down over time. But meanwhile, to keep just the freezers running that we have, which is really all full, yeah, we're burning 0.776 liters per hour. I think the generator holds 10. So we are burning up 24 times 0.776. We are burning up 2 cans, full cans of gasoline per day. That's a bit unsustainable. And the only way we decrease that is by eating a lot in the next... Well, every piece we eat is a piece we don't have to refrigerate. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Well, knew it was coming. Even if we consolidate in this space, which we're still going to do, but even if we consolidate in this space, we still are going to be running all the same freezers that we're running already because they're all full to capacity. Either we throw food away and shut some freezers off, or we shut some freezers off and throw food away. Or we commit to putting 2 cans of gas in a generator every single day. Or we leave the farm and tell the pigs that they're in charge. There it is. Some animals are more equal than others. Yeah, I feel you. We're about the same rate. Same way right now, dude. Let's see here. I have a mod, I think it's installed and working, that load balances generators. And I know we've got a value tech, but I'm pretty sure we've got just a standard red one somewhere as well. See if we can find that and see if load balancing works, because otherwise we have to fuel the generator up before we go to bed and it's empty in the morning. Disassemble fencing. Yes, we can. Give me that again. Out of light. So keep working on that tomorrow. Days of being able to sleep for 12 hours are done. Up on 2100. Come on, 2100. There we go. Turn on the generator. Check tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. See how our math worked out. It's good. Oh, water. Forgot, per the usual. Been watching my series at all, you know that that is just the thing that I forget all the time. The mod that does a little, oh, don't fill all, because you're going to fill a gas can with water. That was silly. Water and cow's milk bucket. See, it went for the cow's milk first. You just... Hey, Bruno. Well, that's because I got that thing of cow's milk in my inventory and I never put it in the fridge. We need to get a churn made so we can start churning that butter up. Hey, howdy from Portugal, howdy from the U.S. Oh, the fridge upstairs. Yeah, let's put it there. That's the only fridge we have at this point. Thank you. Hope you find it interesting, at least. 45 of 52. What's the bucket of milk encumbrance? I'll bet it's more than it's going to fit in this. 6.7. 50. Oh, it's going to just fit. Nope. Okay, I got to eat something first. Oh, you know what? Let's take. So I've got all these empty things in here because it's convenient to keep them there. But now, obviously, we're just refrigerating an empty pot. So now that makes a little less sense. Let's go ahead and do that. And that way I can put that container there. Oh, well, I hope I'll have fun. That's my hope, at least. I don't know. I think the only people that want to hang out with me are psych majors and people who want to, you know, write dissertations on odd behaviors. That's okay. Who was it that said the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about? 9 p.m. It was full. 9 a.m. So rather than read and then go to sleep, because I don't want to blow past the night. Oh, I just set an alarm. I don't want to blow past the 9 a.m. because we need to go out there and check our math on the gas and see if it's right. If it is, then time to start eating a lot of fish and pork. Got me. I don't know. That's the question that everybody wants to know, right? When can I play multiplayer? I'm hopeful because, man, I need help on the farm. This is going to be a thing, keeping this generator fed with gas. This is going to be a big thing. What do we need? We need napping. I'm an expert at that already. I don't know what they're talking about. My dog's in a blanket. Boom, we nap all the time. Pottery. God, I don't even think I'm going to touch pottery anytime soon. I could see napping. I wish we had the cooking book. Carving. You know what? Might actually be some use for that right away. They've got so many. I don't know. There's just so many inconsistencies. I've played games for a long time, and some are really polished. They look like they went through playtesting, the Q&A process. They look like they really had loose ends tied up. And then there are games that look like, you know, the people that are making them are talented, but they're just busy building code and not really going back and testing and having people give them feedback and then integrating that feedback in. You know, look at No Man's Sky, man. They've done an amazing job of listening to the community and catching up and so on. Too dark to read. Oh, I need a lamp over here, and these lamps aren't doing the trick. So let's shut those off, and we'll turn the lights on in the room. So this game has just a lot of little inconsistencies, little things that make me think that a lot of stuff is just sort of slipping through the cracks along the way. Multiplayer is probably pretty high on their to-do list, so maybe that comes first. And maybe the other little stuff just continues to sit there. That's probably what's going to happen. If there's one thing the community is asking for, it's multiplayer for sure. I played 41 for a little bit before this and didn't try any multiplayer, but could see how there would be some fun doing that. I also see some real missed opportunities for fun multiplayer bits. Drop that on the floor. Set an alarm for 9 a.m. Can we do that right from the thing? No. Okay, so we got to go down. And set it here. Let it set it for 9 a.m. Sure, why not? No, 8:50, because we need to get down there. And actually read the level on the generator. I have streamed on Twitch. I have an account there. I don't know. I picked one or the other. I guess I could probably do both. Somebody was talking to me the other night about streaming on both at the same time, simulcasting, I guess. But right now, it's just here. And it's just me playing. I had a friend of mine ask to stream it so that they could hang out with me. So I started doing it, and I'm still doing it. And they occasionally still come out and hang out with me. But it's just me playing and having a good time, and I figured, yeah, you know, why not? I like to talk about game mechanics. I like to talk about UI issues and why does this work this way and why does this work that way and so on. And I've had a developer on one game I was playing watch my stream and say they appreciated the feedback and they were using it. So, you know, I'm not paying for the hard drive space. Okay, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. We were at 100% last night at 9 p.m., and we're at 92% now, so the worst that I see would be 90% by 9 a.m. Yeah, on Steam. 92%, so the very worst would be 10% per 12 hours, 20% per day. A tank's going to last us 5 days. That's not bad at all. In fact, that's just fine. So the 0.77 liters per hour is obviously a lie. You hang around in the stream a little bit, and sure, I don't mind adding to my friends list, but if that's the very first thing, then I wait, because, you know, I like to keep a list of people that are actually here and legit. So this is obviously a lie. Gotta be. Gas can holds 10 liters. We're burning 0.7 liters per hour, which means we're burning 1 liter every just over an hour. Yeah, these numbers don't add up. So there's something that we don't see. There's a hidden mechanic that's not obvious in this list. And that's the kind of inconsistency I'm talking about. It's that sort of thing where things just don't add up, and then you talk to somebody and they say, oh yeah, no, in a dev diary they said whatever. And anyhow, well, good. So the news is good, which is we're not going to be standing over the generator twice a day pouring gas into it. And it also means that we could power on a freezer or two again and not really terribly mind. Slugbo, S-L-U-G-B-O. Okay, well, not as bad as I thought, so let's continue with the building, because that really needs to get done anyways. Bows were put away, matches were put away. And apparently, oh, because they're already in there, so that's not going to work. Welding torch we can put away. Gas can, we're probably not going to need as immediately as I thought. Like, we're going to have a gas can in our hands all the time now, but that doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I don't know what the flame spread is, and I don't know if flame will spread on grass. What I've read in forum posts is that generators have an increased chance of catching fire in B42, which is not to say that yours is going to burst into flames at any moment, but if the chance was, 1% before, now it's 2%. Whatever. I don't know what the percentages were. I just saw that it was an increased chance. So definitely think about where your generator is located and make sure that if it goes, you don't lose your entire base to flame. I'll do some research between this episode and the next about how much space you should leave around your generator to ensure that if it goes up in smoke, all you lose is the generator. Meanwhile, let's continue to work on the structure here, which is going to mean changing this fence, continuing to work on this fence. We've got this piece, which is apparently oh, there it is. It'd be really tough sometimes to click on an object successfully. So Portugal. It's a beautiful area this time of year, I suspect. Failed to produce any usable materials. I've noticed that the percentages here, so I've got a disassemblable object. I've got a 50% chance of getting usable materials from this. I've demoed now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fences. I've gotten 1. So I've hit on 20% instead of 50. And I think I've noticed that pretty consistently. I haven't actually gone and started charting it because why? But boy, it sure doesn't seem like their RNG gives us the percentage of the coins. Yeah, there's 1 hit now on 6 pieces. I love that 50% chance. Who hits on 7? Wish we could move chain link fence and fence sections. I mean, they're pretty movable in real life, so why not? Who hits on 8? Got a solid 25% going on this one. Yep. Oops. Do that. And just to check, I don't think I can pick up fencing. Pick up a low hedge. I can pick up a plant that's in the ground, but I can't pick up metal fencing, which is eminently movable. Yeah. It's one of those things. All right. Two on 9. See if we get 2 on 10. 2 on 10. It's all the 20% going now. Fine. If I get rid of that section of fence, will you stop choosing that section instead of the one I'm obviously picking? Two on 11. Now it's giving, oh, 3 on 11. I'm not watching it. Like I said, I'll add you once I've seen you and stream a little bit and get to know you just a bit. But if it's waiting in my inbox, I haven't seen it because I'm not looking at my Steam right now. Trying to get this fence taken care of. 4 on 12. Well, we're back up to 25%. I'll stop keeping track of it now. We should probably check to see if it's time to harvest this hops. When I moved here to the farm, there were some crops already existing here, and these hops were one of them. They just never matured. Almost ready for harvest. Yeah, it's been that way a long time. Almost ready for harvest here too. Oh, I have a picture of a Sylvester toy in my profile. Almost ready for harvest there too. Young sunflower, young. Yeah, see, these are just never going to mature. But they don't seem to be dying either, so, you know, whatever. Guess until I want the space, I'll just leave them there. Young hops and young rye. Alright, let's go ahead and keep demoing fence. We need to bring it, I'm going to bring it all the way back down here. We're going to be done with chain link about right here, I think, and then we'll be into these wood fences. I'm kind of interested in bringing this fence up and then sort of doing a back and forth just to give us this extra room. So I want to take this container, I think, and turn it 90 degrees so the opening is right here. I think we can put two of them adjacent to each other and use this space pretty effectively. So let's go ahead and keep demoing. I should probably go ahead and pull that container out of the way, because right now it's just blocking our view. If you haven't seen the tow truck mod, it's super useful, and I recommend it heartily. Go ahead and grab this tow truck. We'll grab that container. Nope. California. Place you ought to be, so they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. If you try and move a container with a regular vehicle, it's just standard towing because it's basically a vehicle, the container is. But man, it's a vehicle with so much friction, it just doesn't work. So instead, what you want to do is grab tow truck from the mod, and I'll just leave that one hooked up to the trailer, so we'll use this one. These are kind of cheaty because I'll show you, but I mean, if you've watched any Instagram videos of those repo guys backing up the cars and grabbing them, then that's basically what this is. You can tow with this normally, but you can also back up to something and then hit your wheel, and you're going to get this option to attach without even having to get out of the truck. Boom, you hook this up. So it makes snatching cars out of parking lots a lot easier. Then you can adjust the height of the tow with this menu right here. Be careful not to click that and detach it, because you'll have to reattach it. And be really careful not to click this one if you're trying to snatch something out of a parking lot filled with Zeds, because now you're standing beside your truck looking like you're made a big mistake. But anyways, what I found with these containers is the higher they are, the easier they'll tow forwards, the harder they are to tow backwards. The lower they are, the harder they are to tow forwards, the easier they are to tow backwards. It's pretty easy to tow them forwards no matter what. But if I'm wanting to back the container up, it works pretty well down low like that. But if I lift it up, then I try and back up. You can see how much slower that is. It's much harder. If I jack it up even one more, then pushing backwards is practically non-existent, which is interesting that they modeled that well. I mean, as well as can be expected. Trying to move a container like this with a tow truck from one end would be, I think, not terribly fruitful anyways, but well, else you're going to do it in game without having the container moving trailers. Not from Texas or Florida. So let's back this up, because this contains our nails and putting planks and stuff in here. This is sort of my working platform for keeping materials handy. Now let's go ahead and finish demoing this fence. We've completed the wooden fencing up on this side all the way to the water. Now the wooden fencing going around and continuing down to the water over here will make the compound actually Z-proof. For right now, they can obviously just jump over the fence. This fence isn't doing anything except creating visual divisions for us. I would like if they added the option to delete multiple things, so you could just specify this entire row of fencing and say, look, just fill the whole thing. Don't make me box with my computer, if you will, to keep right-clicking on things and why isn't the disassemble there? Oh, because I needed to click a couple pixels over. So having a demo function that's better, like the destroy with the sledgehammer. I could have a disassemble right here. Be handy. Which pixel is going to give me that fence? I wonder if you can be clicking between the grid inside the middle of the diamond and have it not be working. That'd be kind of silly. Search on Ace of Bases, Bruno, and see if you find it there. Alright, so now let's go here and start demoing these pieces. And we can do the corner of that fence. Do the wooden fence. Or we can do the wire fence. Well, we can't do the wooden fence, huh? Why not? Oh, because I don't have a wood saw in my inventory anymore. Guessing that we put that in the truck at some point. Probably in the big freight container, but you know what? We've got plenty of them. So let's just grab a new one, because that's how we roll. Wood saw. There we go. Grab one of those, and see if it lets us demo this now. Yes, it lets us demo the one past the one I just clicked on. Whatever. %97 chance of success on these. 97. So we just hit a 3% chance demolishing that. You know, you're killing me, man. There you go. All right, so our 97% chance hit on that one. Good. No worries, no worries. You're not going to get a reply to it for a while. Probably a week or more until I know you a little bit. Guess that's just the way it is. Alright, so we'll keep tearing this down, and I mean, this fence isn't really doing much at this point anyways, except keeping any animals in that got out of their pen. You're not supposed to leave that zone, but I think that that's also sort of sketchy. I was grateful to have this fence in place, but we'll be rebuilding it quickly enough. Well, it is a cat. It's Sylvester from Sylvester and Tweety. Little rubber Sylvester toy that somebody gave me at some point. That up on my shelf of knickknacks and paddywhacks. Go ahead and chop these trees down as long as we're here, because why not? We've got the endurance. We're running out of daylight. So we'll burn up the endurance we have, chopping trees down. And then it's coming up on 2100. We'll check the generator again, and that way we'll have a clear picture of exactly what it's going to take every 24 hours. Could be somewhere around the neighborhood of 83% fuel when we look at it. Now, from what I understand, the Premium Technologies generator uses less fuel. So to be fair, what they might be doing is using the generator info from a standard generator, and they just haven't changed it to the Premium to reflect the individual generator types. They might just be using the same calculations for all three, even though the underlying code does not use that. I don't really know. Yeah, I figured you were going to run out of steam on that one. I know you got this in you. There you go. I knew you had it in you. So we'll come out, we'll chop all those, or saw those up, have planks on the ground, and we'll just work with the planks that are there. These things in the pack. They'll go. Top off our water. Just heading over here to Lama's class. %. Tank every 5 days with a little bit left over. That's reasonable. We have left here. Might be able to knock that out tonight. The map is just a straight B42 map. No mods that affect the map at all. This is a new place in B42. It's basically the center of the map. If you look at the online version of the map at, what's the website? b42map.com or something like that, I think. Yeah, b42map.com. Then this shows in virtually the center of the map, and it shows as, let's see, name of it, Lake House or something like that. Lake House. It's east of Kaffa Lake, and or whatever that is, Kaffa Lake, northwest of Muldraugh. There's Muldraugh right there. Come up and around to Four Corners, you go up, and right here there's a gate that's on the road, the main road. Looks like the fences I'm tearing down right now. That leads to this dirt road, which comes all the way back in here to this spot. It's a commitment, and if I came here again, I would not come here until I was ready to actually move in. From what I understand from reading, when you first enter a chunk is when it loads for the first time, and depending on the event that's in that space, that's when the timer may start on certain stuff. So you may find a campsite 6 months after the event that still has fresh food in it, because, you know, the story, the meta, the canon story, if you want to, is that they were survivors camping there, and then they got bit, you know, a couple days before you showed up. Anyways, so not everything has to start necessarily at the beginning of the game. Some timers can start later when you load the chunk. And that, I think, was the case with this farm. There were crops planted that should have withered and died already when I found the place, but they were all fresh and ready to be picked. And I think that that's the way it's supposed to be the first time you load it. So I wouldn't come out to this, if I were doing it again, I wouldn't come out to this chunk until I was ready to actually be here. Because so much food that was there up in the crops got thrown away because I wasn't ready to harvest it all the first time I came through. I just thought, oh, I'll check this place out. I'm driving by. And with the premium technology generator, clearly this building is not going to be as bad on fuel as I thought it was going to be, which is good. I'm glad to be wrong, because otherwise it was going to be a lot of work. I don't have any food prepared over here. In the fridge, I don't think I have anything in the freezer either. I do. Egg and venison roast, so we'll grab that. Ready to be cooked. I think that's the last pre-prepped food that I have in the freezer. And that's going to provide, that was one before I had fish, so that's going to provide virtually no calories at all. It's going to provide good satiety, but that's going to be it. So we're probably going to have to go ahead and make a stew here real quick so that we get our calories. Oh, actually our calories are doing fine. We just need satiety, so this will do the trick. 23 before cooking, probably be about 30 when we're done. Right now our satiety is at 63, so we can take 36. So this won't get us topped off, but it'll get us pretty close. Can't say enough good about the auto cook mod. That's a great one. So much easier to cook with that. Hunger's in good shape. Oh, fatigue is great. I love it when we wake up with little or no fatigue. It's frustrating when we wake up at 20% already. I think we're ready to start putting this... Oh, we were chopping down trees and getting these bushes removed. I think that's a good plan next. And then we'll go ahead and take 2 of those containers. We'll bring them around, or we'll bring them through this gap. We'll put them in place up against this wall. I'm not ready to cut a hole in that wall yet, so we'll probably have to put the containers backwards or back them up off the wall a little bit so we can still walk in. Push them down closer when it's time. Our axe doing? That's not bad. Have to give it some love here soon, though. Sure do wish we had diagonal walls, right? This would be a great spot for one right there. Toss these grass clippings up on the pile with the rest of the grass clippings. I do miss the right-click to build menu. A lot more convenient than pulling up that build screen every time. It doesn't block your screen, too. No more logs in the truck, so we'll go ahead and come over here and start chopping these up. Oh, yeah, I can't do them all from here. All you do is the one, so you have to go again now into the crafting menu. Again, you get your screen blocked. Fortunately, we live in a pretty quiet neighborhood now. That sawmill. Every time I think I got the last pile, no, there's more. Guess that's a good thing, right? Okay, so our wall is going to come up off of this corner, come up this way, and that's going to meet this wall about right here. And we'll have a freight container here. We'll have another container right next to it, both of which are accessed through an opening in this outside wall. 9 planks in inventory. I think we can get these 4 walls done before it cuts us off for lack of light. If we favor it. Oh, see, it's already not going to show it to us because it's too dark. Turn on your flashlight, and now we can do it. I thought I put that grave in a safe spot. Now it's going to end up being inside the workshop. Oh well. Wonder if we can build floors over the tops of graves. I presume so. I can't even begin to answer that. I have no idea what you find enjoyable. Our food's good, calories, food could come up. Let's go ahead and make a, so I use the AutoCook mod, and here is a tab for that, where you specify what you want to make in terms of the focus. So in this case, I'm going to choose weight loss, because although I want something that gives me a lot of hunger points, I don't necessarily want something that gives me a lot of calories. So I'm going to choose weight loss, and then I'm going to go stand in this square, which means I have access to the dry goods, the fridges, and the stuff above. That's where I keep the cookware. So I'm going to right click on a skillet or a griddle pan, frying pan. I'm going to say auto cook stir fry, and it says I've got 134 things in its range that it's going to pick from. So I'm going to just say go ahead and do that. And all it's going to do is just do the clicking for me. It's going to look at the ingredients I have. It's going to put those ingredients in a pan. It's going to prioritize things that give more hunger and less calories. And the options it comes up with, obviously, are pretty unappetizing sometimes when you hear them. I'll put nacho cheese, ranch, and oregano in here. And I'm like, okay, it might not actually be bad, but I don't know. We'll put this in the oven. Turn it on, speed up time. I had a book sitting right here. I could probably just read the book while it was happening. So that gave us 59 hunger. And if I eat that right now, our hunger is at 55. So we can take 45 to get to 100. We're going to throw away a tiny little bit of hunger with this, but that's fine. I don't care. We've got food for days. That's going to be at 100 when we're done, or 1. And this is rather, and watch our calories. See, our calories barely moved. So what I'm doing is producing anything that's not a stew is for weight loss, and stews will be for weight gain. So those will have more calorie-heavy, calorie-dense stuff in there. I don't know what to tell you, Bruno. I don't know what you enjoy. There are certainly a ton of mods available, and they give you the option of making this game into more or less anything you want. My usual vibe is not farming. I mean, this is essentially a farming simulator at this point, since I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I'm putting up fences and I've got animals, livestock animals, and so on. Oh, God, we've been working on that warehouse now for 2 days. I haven't gone and looked at the chicken hutch and cleaned it out. I bet you it's a mess. And there's just a ton of dung in the yard that we need to clean up, and there's pigs that need to be slaughtered, and. So, anyways, this isn't my usual vibe. This is Farmville or Stardew Valley in Project Zomboid, but I'm having fun with it. So, you just got to figure out what you want, what makes it fun for you, what's the best part of Zomboid, and then focus on that. I tend to be a car guy. I like to collect vehicles and fix them up and up armor them and so on. So this was a complete 180 for me, but I'm having a good time. Find something you like to do and focus on that. I'm actually going to get to sleep a little early this time, because we need to get an early start tomorrow and work out in the barnyard for a few minutes. You've got to keep the chicken hutch clean, otherwise I think your chickens get sick. I had one die of a sickness, and a forum post suggested, well, clean your hutch, and sure enough, mine was at 100% dirty. So I'm guessing a dirty hutch equals sick chickens. It seemed to track. Nice. 0 fatigue on wake up. I like that. Calories are good shape. Hunger's fine. Top off our water. And we'll head over to the barnyard and take a look at what's going on there. Pig situation is probably still completely out of control. Oh, so much do that you do. So much do. And eggs in the yard, which typically means that the hutch is full, or that the hutch was full before, and I didn't pick up all the eggs out of the yard because I never ended up cleaning the yard. So yeah, that's probably it. There's probably leftovers from the last time. If you're holding a shovel, you can pick up dung in a particular in a large area. Somebody noted, they said, I don't think that's any faster than using the take-all, and I don't know that I disagree with them. Some take-all seems to work pretty well. The shovel does cover a pretty large area. Oh, I was going to take the male rabbits out of here, since I figured we already... Oh boy, we're already... Okay. So I'm going to have to bring a dumpster in and put a dumpster here right next to this for the dung. You'd obviously think that you'd compost it, but somebody said that it does not compost, and I haven't bothered to check to see if they're correct. It seemed like they knew what they were talking about. So we have grass clippings and other stuff in such large quantities that I don't need to necessarily do dung. I'd be building compost bins for days. Chicken feathers make pillows. I sure hope you wash them first, because a pillow that smells like chickens, very appetizing to me. Smelled chickens before. Look at them little baby bunnies. Oh, we need to do milk by now, too. I don't have a bucket that we can put it in. I'm not accustomed to playing the farming life, so, you know, I find a bucket or 3 out in the world, and I pick them up, and then after that, I'm like, well, I got enough buckets. I mean, what do I need 10 buckets? The answer is, for all that milk. So for anybody that says that I'm full of crap, you're right. Can't deny it. 100%. Well, this farm is certainly this farm has certainly changed that for me. I mean, my to-do list right now is just, it's huge. I got to get this warehouse done. I need to get the butter churn set up. I need to deal with the farm animals. I mean, there's plenty for me to do, and the list does not keep getting shorter. It keeps getting longer. So set yourself a goal. Hey, I'm going to go clear out every Zed in Louisville. That would be that would be a goal. Oh, that would be a lot. In the B41 I played before this one, I went to Louisville, and the military checkpoint it wasn't deserted, but it wasn't that bad. It was easy enough to get through it. There were a certain number of Zeds in it, and they you know wasn't onerous. I went back in this game, and oh my gosh, I went to the fence, and there was just a sea of zombies on the other side of the fence. I said, all right, I'm not going to Louisville anytime soon. I decided to settle at the tire store on the east end of West Point. And then I'm driving across the map at one point to get something, and I know I was looking at the map on the website, and I said, what's this little lake house in the middle here? And I zoomed in on it, and I said, oh, it's got a workshop, it's got a charcoal maker, I mean, this is set up. I gotta go check this out. And the next thing you know, I'm a farming man. See if we can continue this out. I'm going to put this wood and stuff in these piles of wood are decorative, but they're not. They're actually containers that you can put stuff in, but I mean, they're terribly inefficient containers. Their crate is bigger and consumes only 1 square. These can consume 2 squares and have only 26 capacity. So they're terabad in terms of putting stuff in them, but for right now, because I haven't demolished them, why not? Hit that. again. Mufasa. Do it again. We're just going to grab planks. I think I'm going to actually probably just drop that wire back down. We have room for one more plank, maybe. Sweet. And now let's go grab some nails. Let's get 5 more sections of wall up. Oh, I got to go do that chicken hutch too. See? Busy, busy, busy. If you're a Princess Bride fan, you'll know what this is. I have my wife to murder, killed her to frame for it. It's swamped. Right, so where is the favorite? Let me favorite this. Right there. Carrying 10, so we got 5, so there's 1. You have the skill books, boy, building walls gets your carpentry up super fast. I think I was at a 4 when this started, and I went to 6 in a day and then 8 in a day with the skill books. Just building wall frames for the fence up on the west side of the farm. I'll leave this space open for a man door right now. Eventually we'll replace that with a fence. Let's go to 4 frame. Another door frame over here for a man door. And then we'll do a garage door across this space. What are we missing? Well, 4 planks, which I was just over by, of course. Heading over to Lamaze class. Now, I don't care about putting a door in this opening, but I do care about putting one over here, since this wall will become part of the outside wall of the compound, at least for now. Let's go ahead and throw a door in this. Alright guys, where'd you put doors? Is it a crafted thing? I don't know. Alright. Skip it for now. Go ahead and start putting... We can't right-click these anymore either. $35. How are you up to 35 in here? Oh, it's more dung. That dung in there. Like that dung, and I cannot lie. Given the lack of a bucket at this point because it's holding milk, that also might stop me from cleaning out the hut. So we need a bucket and a dish rag mop or something. Push broom. Puppy dog just came over to get some scritches, so slight delay there for a moment. No, right. I end up fencing that over, so we're going to have to bring the containers around the outside. Oh, well. Worst thing. Welcome back. I'm panting and wheezing and building walls. Give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Why are you not letting me build on that? Is it because it's now too late in the day? Oh, out of nails, that's why. 4 nails. Yes, yes we are. we're out of light. Yeah, alright, so let's drop this stuff here. Let's go see if we can find a bucket somewhere in the house. I think we have no buckets today. So, since the milk that we have has been watered down with some water, and since the cow undoubtedly is ready to be milked again, how about if we just throw away, we'll drink the milk that we have right now and throw away whatever's left. Too big to drink from. I can hold an entire soup pot to my face, but I can't hold a bucket of milk. Very nice. Thanks for coming over, Joe. Appreciate it. Let's head over to the well. Wow, it is dark out here. With cat vision, too. Where is the water? There it is. Alright, we'll fill all, because we need a bucket of water to clean out the hutch. Stop by the butchering room on the way past and grab a dish towel. Now, surprisingly enough, we don't need water, we don't need soap, rather, or bleach like we need when we're cleaning up blood. All we need is a bucket of water and a dish towel, or a broom, or a push broom, or whatever. And I don't even really think we use much water. Certainly not an entire bucket's worth. Clean it out, just come over, right-click, and go to your hutch info. And go to your coop roosting, and there's your dirtiness. Hit clean. If you want to, go ahead and empty out the boxes while you're at it. I'm not going to, because there's only 2, and then I have to make a special trip for that. But so we did that, and we used up of our bucket of water. None. We needed a bucket of water, of which we used none of it, so go figure. Let's go ahead and dump this out. Find the girl cow. Would not be that one. And you come over, milk of human kindness is what I named her, and we go ahead and we milk into the bucket. I guess we could milk into the leather water bag, so we could actually bring plastic containers over, like soda containers, and milk directly into those, so we would have milk without having to put it into other containers to drink it, and so we don't have to actually have buckets. $1.4 We can put this in the fridge if we have room for it. And then I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to spend some time in the kitchen real quick and get some dishes prepared and put into the freezer so that we can easily just pull them out and cook them when we're hungry. Whoops, wrong way. $30 of 52 room in there. That's good. Got plenty of room for that. Milk in, and now let's grab. We're set to weight loss currently. Go ahead and grab a frying pan. We'll stir frying that. Back up to the cupboard for another one. I think we've got room for nothing in that freezer, so these are going to go into the fridge. Keep one. Eat that before dinner. Eat that before dinner. Eat that before bed. After putting it in the oven. $4,600. That's going to be good. It's going to be just the perfect amount for us. Frying pan away. And I like waking up with zero fatigue. Oh, 1320. Wow, we've really slept for a while there. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up here. We've got the outline done of the building. We're starting to put in the shell. Let's take a break, do some stuff, and then I'm going to come back with episode 4.2, and we'll go ahead and finish putting the walls up and bring this piece down here, make this connection, and we'll probably start talking about whether we're going to knock where we're going to knock out a wall down in here to put in a door and stuff like that. So that's going to be next time. Hope you're enjoying it, Bruno. Thanks for coming and sticking around. I'll look to see you again next time, and eventually I'll respond to that friend request to keep hanging out, and have a good evening or morning, whatever it is in where'd you say, Portugal? So thanks for coming over and hanging out. I'll see you next time.